So the first part of the course is extract it and understand how to build it and use the right tools so they have the experience of a lifetime. The second part, and you can go to this, Mike, is how do you fill it, right? That's right. How do you collect money? And here's the thing. This is the part that changes everything, because you are going to get our exact process on how to sell without selling, how to have the confidence to go online, I think I have this next piece I wanted to share. We go through and teach you how to market, if you like, on Facebook, through email, through Instagram, through social media, through word of mouth, through YouTube, every place possible to market. We give you the step-by-step process on how to extract your ideal client.
It's how we do it. It's how you got here today. It's the same processes that we show you, and you can do it at whatever scale you want. I want to go get 12 people, or I want to get 1,200 people. This is the process that gets the job done.
Yeah. So the first part, you extract it. Now you have the confidence. Now, how do I fill it? How do I market it? The last part, you could pull this up, Mike, is how do you run it? How do you create what Tony said, I've been calling it, in the course, I call it the magic, I know you did too, the magical dance. Because did you ever go to an event and somebody overwhelms you with knowledge and halfway through you just want to leave because you want to vomit?
Or there's not enough knowledge
Or you're so motivated, you're inspired, but you leave and go, what do I do? If you've ever been to anything Tony does or seen what I do, you leave motivated and you go take action. So this is the perfect process that we call Story Teach Tool, and we teach you how to run it step by step, whether that's stress-free management online with your agenda or doing it in person, to in-depth if you're going to have a big event, every single detail without missing a step. And then the last part, and this is the part that brings in every single person watching. There's a whole training, you pull this up, Mike, is the knowledge broker. This is if you are going to be the reporter of someone else's knowledge, like we talked about, like Tony did with Money Master the Game, or you want to be the broker like he did with Jim Rohn, where you're partnering with someone that's an expert, or you're being the reporter of expertise. This is how you know how to contact him, how to talk to him, how to get him to engage, what kind of deal do you do with him, how do you market, how do you split the profit. Literally, we miss nothing on how to go from zero into this business, and if you're already in this business, you already know what it can do. And let me just share what we did. We let 100 people into the course.
Yeah.
And we let people who had never done this, all the way up to someone like Lewis Howes. If you could bring this up. Lewis, I don't know if you know Lewis, great dude. He's got one of the top podcasts. He just passed 100 million downloads of his podcast. This is what he said. Well, I just watched the Mastermind sales training from Dean, implemented it, and got 2 sales in an hour today for $90,000. Now, I'm friends with Lewis. He got this course and lost his mind. He thought he was doing us a favor by going through it. And he's like, Dean, I didn't. He's transformed his company, and right now his sales are way beyond. He said he's on his way to $300,000 because I created a process that we've used forever to sell without being hypey, to sell without being pitchy, to create an application process. So you learn every little piece, but then there's somebody like AJ who's never done a mastermind in his entire life. And remember, when we say mastermind, it could be a group, a workshop, a community. But he spent 14 hours and obsessed and geeked out on the course. He said, Tony Robbins always says, if I was going to do this, I'd do it in a weekend
and do a total immersion, right?
And he added his 5th person. He started his first mastermind. He's got 5 high-paying mastermind students already. And the list goes on and on. This guy said he spent $20,000, didn't get 10%, what's in the KBV. And this is the last piece of this part, of this section. So now you have the extract it, you have the fill it, you have the run it, and you have the knowledge broker. I want you to think about, Tony has a waiting list of people that want to pay him $1 million to consult for him. I've been paid $100,000 for a day for consulting and have a waiting list. I don't have time. So when it came to us immersing ourselves, we put 8 months in this, countless videos and time and effort and energy. We didn't even get to the software yet. How do you price something like that? You don't get this opportunity, and I'm going to skip that. You don't get this opportunity. So when we said, what's the price on it? You could pull up the screen. We said, would $5,000 be fair? I mean, if you're getting $1 million for being
and to give you the insights, not only how we extract, how we
Come on now.
Create the course, how we market the course, how you collect the money, how you expand it, how you improve.
Now, how do you create a software that is your assistant, is your guide through the entire process? Mike, if you want to pull the slides up. We got the Knowledge Business Blueprint course, we know that. But now let's get to the Mind Mint software. This is what I am so excited about. This is what we've obsessed on for 8 months. This is something that Tony and I wished we had 20 years ago. This is a software, not our overhead, not our staff. We spent $418,000 just on this software. And what it is look at this. Pull up the slides, Mike. First is the wisdom extractor. Now think about wisdom extraction. We teach about it in the course, but this is a digital process that takes you through. It takes you through a digital process, and when you're done, your agenda pops up. You could swipe in our tools, swipe them back out. I think I want the Where Are You tool. No, I want the the success loop in here. And you can build your agenda. The confidence this gives people, the people that have been in the software, changes them forever.
People in the industry get excited. The people have seen it in the industry immediately because it's just a shortcut for anybody.
And this is the part you love. Bring that back up, Mike. The next is the point-and-click marketing. Listen, no businesses work without marketing. And if you don't like that word, then you just need to love what you do. When you get a chance to impact people's lives, I want to be the best marketer in the world because I know if they read my books, come to my events, come to my masterminds. If you go to Date with Destiny, UPW, you know this guy transforms your life. So we must market to bring people in. But here's the cool part. You don't have to think. The software we built, we took our best marketing, literally. We start at 30,000 foot explaining the process, but we bring it all the way down to point and click and use our pages. Literally, the software, you go in and just change the headline from what Tony and I have to your headline. Change the price from our price to your price. We teach you how to price it. We teach you how to market. We teach you how to find your ideal client. Now, this is the part that'll absolutely blow you away, is we give you the roadmap to run these events, but it's like, I told my team when they were building this, is to make it like an executive assistant that takes you through the entire process, that's there supporting. Do this right now. Do this exercise first. Start the day here. Say this before you go to lunch. Do this right after lunch. Use this tool to close the day.
It's literally a checklist for success from the very beginning that you start to the very end of what you're going to create with that program.
Yeah, and again,